And you're listening to Love the Afrobeat Music Talk Radio, your number one African Caribbean online radio. Today, I'm in my white hat. Yes, it means I have not given up. Yes, I have not given up as a black person. The struggle continues unabated. Like in Swahili, they say, you know what? Aluta continua. And here we are again on this Saturday, beautiful day, Jack first day in Canada. Very beautiful day indeed here. Your number one African Caribbean online radio. We focus on Africa, the Caribbean, and the diaspora. Yes, nothing more, nothing less. And we have a very special show for you today. The one and only Don Carl, he's in the house. And my partner in crime right here. Petra is in the house. Petra, how you doing?
Hey, TYB. Hey, Love Bay family. I'm great. How are you?
I'm surviving. I'm glad that I'm above ground. That's what matters.
Exactly.
You know, from the time that we guesstimatedly thought we had woken up, say 6:30, 6:45, we don't even know the right time that we wake up. We say, I woke up around 6 o'clock or something like that. Well, if I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, up until now, time 5 minutes after 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a lot of people are below ground. And I'm here. So I thank God that I'm here. How was your week?
Yeah, my week was pretty good. It was a busy week, but definitely giving thanks. Really eventful. I had some relatives that came from the UK, so it was nice to have them from England and Canada, checking everything out. So yeah, it's been really, really good.
Yeah, and I see a lot of festivals in town. And so many of them. There are some of them that I haven't even seen before. Party, First, and today we have that huge one, Jack First.
Yeah, Taste of the Down 4th is today as well.
Oh, there you have it. And Rasta Fest is coming very soon. And then the Afro-Caribbean Festival going on in Welland or somewhere in Ontario. So many.
Burlington.
Yes. So you know what? After the pandemic, I always say that the pandemic brought all of us became convicts. We love Africa. Now the convicts are out, and then we are
free to roam.
That's right, free to be alive. Yeah. And then you know what? How best we want to celebrate today with our very special guest, Don Carl. Hi, Don. How are you doing?
I'm fine. It's good to be with you guys today.
You know what? Before we go on, I would like to say we apologize to you. Because we've been putting this off left, right, and center. And today, here we are. So we are going to have a very great conversation. We don't interview on this radio station. We have conversation. And
no problem.
Before we go ahead, I will leave, as I always do, the first question to Petra. Petra, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you, TYB. So yes, Don Carl, it's a pleasure to have you on Love Bay Radio. How are you?
I'm good, TYB.
Awesome. Well, Don Carl, I want to ask, first thing I like to ask all of our guests, just so our listeners can get to know more about you. Who is Don Carl?
Well, Don Carl is an artist. Also, I'm into construction. I'm into the construction business. I'm into marketing and stuff like that. I've dabbled a bit, within the business sector.
Awesome. So you're an artist who wears many hats.
Yes.
Yeah. But what about the musical side? Do share with who Don Carl is from a musical perspective. That'd be really great.
Yeah, Don Carl from a musical perspective is Don Carl is really a singer who focus mainly on uplifting music, That's what I mainly focus on, positive and uplifting music. Always trying to find means and way to write song to uplift the people. That's my main focus.
Most definitely. And how do you go about doing that? How do you go about uplifting the people through your music?
The thing about it, you have to look around, see what's going on, and then you have to recite it back to the people in your song.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it.
Okay.
And when we get a chance also, sometimes I keep karaoke, sometimes I keep some shows and stuff like that. And, we go ahead and we sit and talk to a lot of youngsters, talk to them about life and stuff like that, how to uplift themselves.
Most definitely. I love that. That's really great. So I wanted to ask you before I pass on to TYB, what actually made you get into music?
At a young age, I just always loved music. I was into church. I start music business from the church at a tender age, and was just doing it for the church and stuff like that until I grew up. And my friends, them, and I realized that we always just doing this music thing everywhere I go. So I just take it on and just say, let's do this. I'm just gonna have to do it. So I just do it.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. TYB?
Right on your answers. I love your answers. Short, sweet, direct to the point. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My question to you, Don, is how did it all begin?
All right. My music things all started when I was going to school. From I was in school, we used to enter a lot of competition, church competition, Pepsi Team Splash competition. That's what really get me interested in this music business.
And then on that note, were you performing in a group or you just
No, I was at first when I was in school. I entered a competition. It was double trouble. It was both of us at the time. When we entered the competition at that time for the school, but I wasn't actually into a group. It was just two of us at the time. I used to play rhythm with my mouth at the time and sing. So that was something back in the days.
That's right.
I still can do the same thing.
With me, for instance, my father was a drummer. It's a drummer, not the dance drama and stuff like traditional drama. And he was a professor at the University of Ghana. And I think it was a trait that I took from him. And I used to do that. I used to use my mouth to play drums and So when I was in school, people used to come 10. They started using that what I was using to tease me.
Okay.
And then I'm a drummer too. I learned the art of drumming, so I can stay connected with what your experience has been.
Yeah.
My next question will be: how do you stay motivated and productive with respect to what you do?
Okay, I didn't get that.
How do you stay motivated and productive with respect to your music?
Sometimes the music business is a bit slow for me, but I still work. I still run a business. I run a business for myself. I'm into karaoke, as I say. I'm into construction. I do karaoke also, and I do a little marketing on the side, just the same. So that enhance it.
So how do you balance, the three?
You just have to do what you have to do when you have to do it.
Of course. Yeah, you got it. But then on that scale, I know that the construction side is the key, but then the music side too is also the key. That's why you are a sensational lovers rock musician.
Right.
I mean, balancing it out, why didn't people refer to you as the sensational construction mogul, but then lovers rock, sensation?
Well, I left that to the people. I left that to the people to say. It's not up to me to say that. It's up to the people.
But if you were saying that, how would you put it? I know the people who speak and the people have spoken, and to you, how would you
Or would
phrase it?
I rephrase it?
Yes.
The construction lovers rock singer.
Yes. Yes. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it so far. You know what? I have listened to your tracks, your music, and I love it. Just before we came on air, I was speaking to a DJ, and he said, I said, have you heard about Carl's music, Don Carl's music? So yes, I play his music almost every other time. And so, so yeah.
Thanks, that's nice to know. That's nice to know.
Aha. There you go. See, sometimes we don't know. As we're speaking right now, as we are having this chat, there are a lot of people around the globe listening to us, so many countries. So a lot of people are going to be to know you, that Don Carl, the music side, not the karaoke side. So right now, we are having a very, very great chat. And I love what we're going. I mean, what we are sort of going through. And I will reserve some of the questions later on. Petra.
Awesome. Thank you. Definitely thank you for sharing, Don Carl, letting us know a little bit about you, your background, and all that good stuff. And we're excited to know so much more,
Yeah.
So can you tell us, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yes, I want to ask you, can you tell us a bit about your first performance?
All right. My first performance was at church, though. My first performance was at church.
Okay.
When I was approximately about 10, 11. That was my first performance at church. But in terms of for the dance hall, my first performance was at big perform. My first big performance was at Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center.
Okay.
So my first big performance.
Okay, so can you just explain for the listeners out there, because we have an international audience, for those that don't really know the significance of Ronnie Williams, can you just share with them the significance of his platform?
Yes.
And like what that meant?
Ronnie Williams, it's a culture. It's where they keep a lot of culture events, like all the independent and stuff like that. That is located in off Hope Road in Kingston here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, nearby Police Officers Club. That's where it's located.
Okay.
Yeah, so they keep major event like airtime there.
Okay.
Like you have festival and most of the major events and culture events.
Mm-hmm.
And also other events there also.
Okay. Okay, awesome. And then so back to the performance now. So how old were you when you first performed at Ronnie Williams? Can you just kind of set the stage for us so we kind of understand what it was like for you during that time?
It was good, because I was very excited, to do the performance, and the response was great at the time.
Okay.
I get a good response at the time. I was very happy for that,
Awesome. And how old were you when you first went to the mainstream? Like how old were you when you performed at Ronnie Williams?
I was about 22.
Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. Okay, that sounds wonderful. And then I know you also performed at some really major platforms like Reggae Sunsplash.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
share with us what that was like? Because that's a really huge platform.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was great.
Awesome. So can you share with us what it was like? Like who was on the lineup? Like what it was like experiencing that.
I'm Garnet Silk Sugar Mine at them at the time, back in the days.
Okay.
Yeah, just to name a few.
Okay, awesome. Okay, that sounds great. TYB?
Yes. Don is a man of few words. But then we are going to have this conversation. You know what? What challenges have you faced in this career, in this musical career, and how did you overcome them?
Could you rephrase that, please?
What challenges have you faced in your musical career, and how did you overcome them?
In the career coming up, I'm still facing a bit of challenges, but I'm still going through them, little by little. In the music business, it's not a easy business. In terms of the financial part of it is kind of hard here when you don't have somebody to finance your music for you. Do you don't have a company? You're not working with a company. It's kind of hard because you have to do it yourself. And to do music, it's very expensive. So those are some hurdles, I would say, that I have to go over. But I'm getting there, little by little, I would say.
Then, the music, we know we've had a lot of artists who have come through here. And there are some countries out there where you have some good music, you have some good artists out there, but yet they don't get the airtime, the airplay. You have to go through payolas and all those kind of stuff. And some of these artists are so great, they are bigger than big, and then they don't get. So if you are indicating that financing is part of it, and then even if you have finished the product, to get it online or to get it out there, it's a challenge. But now,
yes,
I think go ahead, please.
That's one of the greater part of it is to get it out in terms of the marketing, and you have a lot of POLA system that you have to go through. It's all over the world in terms of promotion.
Yes, it is. And that God's so good. We are living in a times where, we don't rush. Like back in the day, we used to go rush and say, so, oh, you know what? I want to sign with this, record company and all those kind of stuff. But these days, I think those big boys are leaving the scene. Because now it's independent. I can record on my cell phone.
True.
Edit it on my cell phone. Shoot a music video on my cell phone. I don't have to go and sign no deal where, I'll be benched if a new artist comes along. So I think we live in a very great time. And are you taking advantage of that?
Yes, I'm making use of it. I'm making use of it. That's what I'm doing right now. As we said, the internet revolution is changed a lot of things. It changed a lot of things.
Yes. Hi, Ron. We've got a listener, a friend of the station. He wants me to ask you this question. Okay. Where do you think reggae is today, and what's the future like?
I didn't get that. Could you rephrase a little bit?
He says, where do you think reggae is today, and what's the future like?
I would say, remember, as the generation gap changes, you have a lot of changes. So, reggae today, it's a bit up and it's a bit down, but I can tell you reggae is going to be great for the future. It's going to be great for the future because you have the new artists coming up doing different stuff. You have different artists here. So we can't just say because some new artists doing some things, singing a certain type of song, it's their generation. It's a generation gap that changes things. Because in their generation is what they learn, they're going to express. You understand? But reggae music, it's going to be live on. I'm telling you, in the future, I see it bright. I see a bright future for reggae music.
Yeah, it is. It has always been, and it will continue to be so. Yes, if I look at it right now, as it is, there's a lot of collaboration and collaborative efforts between artists, either from the diaspora, and it's going on. Have you thought about doing a collaborative kind of projects with?
Yes, I yes, I am.
Yes. And who are you working with, or who do you think you'll be able to work with within?
I'm looking to work with some overseas artists, but I'm just doing some more promotion first, and when I get out a little bit more and get where I want to go, then I will think of who I want to work with.
Awesome. Folks, we are in conversation with the great, the sensational Don Carl. He's all the way in Jamaica, and we're having this chat here. It's a beautiful day, the 12th day of August, the year of our Lord 2023. And the time right now in Canada, in Toronto, is at 24 minutes past 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll leave the stage for Petra.
Awesome. Thank you. So, Don Carl, I know you mentioned there's some artists that you want to do music with. I want to ask you, out of the artists that you grew up with, you've also performed with, work with, who has inspired you musically?
Sugar Minot. Sugar Minot, Frankie Paul, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. Those are some artists, Luther. Those are the artists that inspired me mostly.
Okay, wonderful. And what is it about those artists that really appeal to you? And what is it about their style, their sound?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they sing deep. They sing real deep.
Mm-hmm.
They sing with feeling, a lot of feelings, and that I'm very impressed by that.
Okay. And how does that relate to your music?
It's, trust me, it's really relate a lot, because I come back and do the same thing. I come back and do the same thing within my music. I like to express myself that people can feel. When you're singing, people can feel what you're singing. They don't just want to just sing and then people just sit down and not enjoying it. People must can feel what you're singing.
Most definitely. And our friend Ron was saying you should do some work with him. He's an amazing producer. So yes, a shout out to Ron Malinga.
No problem. No problem. I'm ready.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah, most definitely. Because yeah, I mean definitely people create all different types of music. They make music that's really light and playful, and then they also make music that, like as you mentioned, could be really deep, and allow people to really connect to them. Why is that important to you?
You see, in the business, it's kind of weird. As an artist, you have to think on a wide scope. You can't just put your eggs in one basket. You have to spread your wings, and you have to think about songs. Different
Mm-hmm.
different type of songs, because when you're dealing with the crowd and you're dealing with different people, you have to sing song to match the time also.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So I also want to ask you as well, when it comes to your career and your craft, what type of musical legacy would you want to leave?
Could you rephrase? I didn't get that.
Yeah, I would just say when it comes to your craft, when it comes to your music, because I'm not how long would you say you've been in the music industry now? Because you did your first major performance at 22, right?
Yeah, but I would say I'm in the business approximately roughly over 30 years now.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, amazing.
In and out, in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. So over those 30 years, I'm sure you amassed so much experience and you've done a lot of different things musically. So I was asking you, what type of legacy do you want to leave for your music?
Um, I'm leaving a catalog, leaving a catalog,
Mm-hmm.
so so that people can learn from music, that catalog of songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm working so hard. That's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people can learn. So after I pass on and gone, the songs then people can learn from the songs then. That's
Okay.
important to me.
Okay, awesome. And what is it that you want them to learn from the song? Like, what is the overall like message that you would say that is conveyed from your music?
Yeah. Like, all right, for instance, I'm using Father help me rise out of my poverty. Can't take no more at this type of levity. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're down and not now go on for you. And you know, you have to make a difference. You have to make the difference within yourself because nobody's going to make a difference from you unless you make the difference. You have to make the change. So in
Mm-hmm.
terms, when I say a person, everybody's asking for change, but you have to make the change. If it don't start within you, it can't happen. And you have to make the change. You have to start
Exactly.
change for things to come to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I totally agree. I mean, that's what I feel like, especially with the old way of how the music model was established. I felt like a lot of artists, they wanted to go to major labels so that everything could be done for them. It was this whole
Right.
mentality that, I'm gonna sit here and wait and like everything I want's gonna fall from the sky, but that's not the reality of life. You know what I mean? So I think you spread a really positive message when you say that the change has to come from within.
Yes, the change has to come from within because um music don't just come easy. You have to do street promotion. You have to do your street promotion, video promotion. You have to do your marketing. You have to do flyers promotion. It fall on the marketing just the same. It's a
Mhm.
lot of work. Music take a lot of work out of you, and you have to put in the work. So I keep putting in the work same way.
Yeah. That's amazing. We'll definitely keeping up that good work, because you're making some amazing music, and like I'm really happy you're on Love Bay, and the world gets to know about Don Carl.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah, done. Yes. My question to you, a follow-up question to you is, can you share any recent achievements or milestone in your musical career?
um, I would say, yes. Yeah.
Can you share it with us and the rest of the world?
Um, I have I would say I've achieved. I really get some good airplay since of recent times. So to me, that's an achievement
Mhm.
because I wasn't getting a lot of airplay and I'm getting some strong airplay now. So that's an achievement for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can share that kind of sentiment with you because all of us, um, back in the day, it was very difficult. But today, it's not as difficult as it is. Like I always urge artists, both young, old, what have you, we have to go beyond or go outside of our comfort zone and do things for ourselves. Because I know a lot of musicians out there, big, old, famous, non-famous, a whole lot of us have been able to, if I say us, we are all in the business.
Yeah.
We fell prey to the big boys, and a lot of artists out there used to play great music. We never heard from them. But today, you control your destiny as an artist,
Right.
right? You control your destiny as an artist. So if we don't do it for ourselves, I don't think anybody is going to do it for us. Because back in the day, you can write your songs and stuff like that, and then you take it to. I'm not saying the big boys did bad. They helped to develop the music, but then at the expense of who? You, the artist, you were doing the work,
Right.
and you never got anything.
That is true.
So now everything is changing. I got this experience because there was a reggae artist, one of the best in Africa, is Kojo Antwi, and from Ghana. And back in the day, about say 15, 20 years ago, what he did was selling. Anything that he brought out, any album that he brought out, sold out. Then what he decided to do at that particular time was to set up his own record distribution shop back in the day where we used to have the cassettes and all those kind of stuff. So people would come and buy from him instead of having to go through somebody who financed it. He
Right.
was able to do it that way. So that's why I'm saying we have to do, as artists, we have to do things for ourselves and not to rely on outside forces because that day or that era is gone. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, I understand. I understand where you're coming from. That's the reason why I set up sound system. I have my own sound system and stuff like that. So I use it to do promotion for myself and others. You know, I have my and I'm a part of a record company just the same. CD Max record label. It's based in Miami. I'm a part of a recording company, CD Max label. So I'm taking my time getting there.
Awesome. And Ron has filed another one. He says, I find a lot of the recordings today are too digital, and therefore that human feel is lost. How do you ensure that your music is from the heart and soul and very passionate? Very good question.
Right, good. Even though sometimes it is very expensive to build a live rhythm. It's very expensive to build a live rhythm, but you still can use computer rhythm and it work out. So you'd have to do a lot of overdub on it and balance it properly for it to sound good. So it can work same way.
So you're looking at both. You can combine both to make
both of them together. It's just that what you do when you make the computer rhythm. What you do like a thing like you play like a live bass, so you overdub. They call it a overdub, and in terms of the bass line to get a heavier bass line.
And the success that you've gotten from the time you started performing up until now. My question, I told somebody I was going to ask you, how do you define success in this field?
Rephrase again.
How do you define success? Because you're a successful artist now. How do you define it?
Let me say. Well, I would say, it's what you put in, is what you get out.
That's right. I like that. I like that. Yeah, it's true. It means garbage in, garbage out. Great things in, great things come out. That is how you measure success. Yeah. And another follow-up question is that have you been performing live? To time off your busy schedule to do live concerts and stuff like that?
Yeah, yes, I performed. Up to last night, I was performing.
Oh. And how was it?
It wasn't bad at all.
Great. Was that in Kingston or?
It was in Kingston.
Okay. All right. I would like to see you perform it. I love your music. Honestly speaking, I do love your music. And how did people define you as a lover? And people have defined you as a lovers rock artist. You like writing love songs, or how do you tell us?
yeah, I like to write a lot of love songs, just the same. But even though I do a lot of love songs, I do a lot of uplifting songs, just the same.
Uplifting songs to give voice to the voiceless and stuff like that. Now with the love songs, right. The love songs. Let's go back to the love songs right there. Why love songs?
Come again with that. Rephrase that.
Why love songs?
Well, love song. Why love song?
Mm-hmm. It's loaded. The question is loaded.
Experience. You like to sing love song because of life experience, and you can learn from the next one. You see, you learn from other people's experience. So, when you look at some people's life and you see what's going on with it, you can make a song from it.
Yes. You're right. You're right. Love trumps everything. Not Trump. Love trumps everything.
Right.
And my question to you, before I hand it over to Petra, is what advice would you give to someone starting in this industry? Because you've got the experience. You've been performing for about 30 years. So
Yeah.
the experience is there. What you experienced back in the day is not the same.
No, it's a bit different now because back in the days we used to have to deal with, you have to go jump on the truck, as you say, you have to go on the truck to go to country with the sound and stuff like that. It's a lot of experience.
Yes. Yes.
So
So
it's a
what
bit
would
now.
we? Oh, go ahead, please. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's a bit different now. Now you can, your friend can have a studio or you have a studio, and you just go in and voice a song, do some network, put it on the net, and you have a good network. You have a strong financial background behind you. You can go far way. So in music today, really need, in order to come in the music industry today, you really and truly need somebody to finance it. You really need the financial help, because in terms of, even though you might have the internet and you can freelance on the internet and do a lot of things, it only can carry about so much. You're still going to need that, because you're going to need to do videos and stuff like that, and the marketing part of it takes a lot of money from you.
It does. It does. First, we are in conversation with the great Don Carl, all the way in Jamaica, and we're having this conversation this day, this beautiful day, this Jack First Day, August the 11th, 2023. If you are within the Toronto and its environs out there, you may head out to Centennial Park, where Jack Fest is proceeding. Tonight, they are going to have Luciano and other artists out there. So, it's tomorrow and today and today and tomorrow. So, if you want to go to Jack Fest, well, the way is your front. That's what somebody said. Last night, it was Johnny Gill. Yes, Johnny Gill brought down the house. Petra?
Awesome. Thank you, TYB. So yes, Don Carl, I want to ask you a couple of questions as well. I know that you actually released your debut album. Can you just share with us a little bit about that album? Some of the songs on there and the different styles that you have
Um,
there.
all right, you have on the album coming up. The album what is coming up shortly now. We have a dancehall, lovers rock, roots rock.
Nice.
That's right. Going songs like "It's a party going on in the street tonight," where them girls wanna be. We have a video coming up for that shortly also.
Amazing.
And then you have "Don't Get Bad Mind." It was produced by Rico Banton and a different label.
Mm-hmm.
Song when you, what a name, don't get bad mind. No over time to shine. We tell some boy don't get bad mind. Tell them say no waste me time. Yeah. My journey on this land, it seems so long, oh Jah. I've been through a lot of ups and downs. I face in life day to day, yeah. Still doing my thing, no matter what's going on out there. Oh, Jah just guide and protect I and I. Oh, the one that name don't get bad mind. No more overtime to shine. Yeah.
Nice. I like that. I like that.
It's front seat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like it was a jerk fest and
That's right.
headliners.
And then like song like "Father help me rise out of my poverty," song like that. Song like "This is just an ordinary day, can ramp and play. Man have to find somehow to stay away. I need a shiny day. Gunshot a whistle, meantime me a pray. Yes, I tell them, Lord, for me no Father God, even hear what I say. That's why I kneel and pray. Father, help me rise out of my poverty. Can't take no more of Babylon brutality. Father, help me rise out of my poverty. Can't take no more land than this type of liberty. Yes, no more of it. Oh Lord God, I can't stand it. Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Petra, have you bought your ticket? Or have you paid for the ticket? No.
Yeah, she bought the ticket. I have the
right.
album. I am a part of the fan club.
Awesome. That's right.
We have to take the time out to big up RMR record. I'm in the studio right now. I do a few tracks for them also. Father songs like Father Must Mind Their Children. These are the days when mankind must know themselves. This is not the time for us to play around. Unwanted children out in the street today. Yeah, they don't see no mother and no father. Yeah. Are we gonna stand aside to see them suffering? And I said, Father must mind their children today. Yeah. And take care of the family. Yeah. Father must mind the children and take care of the family. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
I love it, Don Carl. I love it. You have such a sensational, like sultry, powerful voice. Is there anything that you have to do in order to pretty much like nurture that voice or protect that voice? Like, what is your like routine for that voice?
Well, I get up in the morning, like approximately 3 o'clock every morning.
Oh wow, okay.
I do like push up and some abs, and some knee lift that keep the vocal.
Okay. Okay. So it's just more physical, like exercise.
Right.
Vocals. So
Right.
you don't really do the ginger, the honey, like all of that. It's just
Yes.
mostly
Yeah, man. Yes. Yeah. And the cayenne pepper, ginger, honey, cayenne pepper.
Okay.
The vocal.
Okay, awesome.
And then the next song again is Can Go On the Way We Are. You know, that's on my label also. The song said, it's a lover's rock. Can't go on the way we are. We're fussing and just fighting. It's like day to day. I know that I've done something wrong. Lady, can't you understand what's going on in your life, young girl? No one is perfect into life. People make mistakes at times in life, girl. It could have been you who made mistake and just asking for forgiveness, darling. Now, baby. And I sing this time, I'll give you everything you need. This time, 100% of love I give to you, girl. Now, baby. Hey, yeah.
Amazing.
Wow. We are being treated this afternoon to
The
real Don Carl.
It's a Don Carl live in concert.
That's right.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I have one more question before I pass you on to TYB. So when you speak about the songs, so when you sing the songs that you're singing, you touch upon some really like deep topics. I know you mentioned earlier that when you do perform a song, you do write a song, you talk about lots of deep topics. Are they based upon personal experiences, or are they based upon the experiences of others, your music?
Some of them is personal and some of them is based on other people's experience. A lot of it is based on other people's experience.
Okay. And so what is it that is it people that you've had conversations with, or you more observe a situation? Like, how do you become a storyteller for others?
For me, I've always been doing counseling. I do a lot of counseling.
Yeah.
So that helps. That helped me.
Okay. So when you counsel others, it also inspired you to write songs about their situations too?
Right.
Okay. So we're gonna call you the singing counselor.
That's right. That's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
really good.
Why there are so many art you guys intend to give me? I don't know.
Mhm. You can take them all.
All right, I can understand. I understand. That's fine by me. It's all right.
That's good. TYB?
Yes, I'm enjoying this conversation, and I'm sitting here and then listening to you, and what a powerful voice! What a powerful
Mhm.
voice! What does your um, mm, what does your creative process look like?
Um, Let me tell you. For me, my creative process, it's it's kind of there because sometimes a song can come to you in many different mood because you can sometimes you can you can just hear a rhythm and the song just come to you literally. For me, it's like that. I can just hear a rhythm and I get a full song come to me based on how the rhythm sound. I have that type of gift.
That's interesting. Very, very interesting. I understand that kind of the process. So, what will be the biggest challenge you see facing our industry um, in the future?
Um, are the biggest challenge facing the industry right now, especially in Jamaica, is the unity. It's the unity. If we only just unite here in Jamaica and even across the world, I think the music industry will be bigger and will be more successful and more youngster would they get a better chance to get into. I would rather have more interest to get into it.
And what motivates you to keep pushing forward in this in your career? Yeah.
I didn't get that. It's
What
fun.
motivates you to keep pushing forward in the industry? What
This is what
motivates you?
this is what I like. This is my passion. So I have to keep going. I love music, so that motivates me to keep going. Music is my life.
Yeah, I can tell you that. Once a musician, always a musician, always a musician. You continue to be a musician until your final breath. And can you share any mentors? Can you share any mentors, role models who've influenced you throughout this journey?
Yeah, I have, as I say, Sugar Mine. People like Sugar. I spend a lot of time on Sugar Mine. Also Tony Kelly. Tony Kelly. You have Dave Kelly and Tony Kelly. Them. Tony Kelly was a role model for me also. Sugar Mine. Not let me say now. You have somebody. It's not a singer. Pokey Dread was good role model for me in terms of the music.
And can you share any challenging projects you've worked on? One of the projects that you were doing, I said, damn.
Um, I remember going. I remember going to a show and going to go to the show at the time. I couldn't even find the bus here, so I have to hop a truck to get to the show. The show was in a place named Saint Mary, and then never have the bus here to go to the show at the time. I'm gonna have to hop the truck and go Saint Mary. Not, and I don't know how I'm gonna come back home, but they have to. So, you understand?
Yeah, I do. I do. I've been through that. I had to perform one time. We walked maybe 20 miles.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Oh yes. You see, sometimes when other people look at you and when they see your success, most of the time they think of where you are right now, but they don't
Right.
think of where you were. Because
True.
it's not easy. It has not been easy, and it's not going to be easy, even to those who are successful and they are reaping the benefits of the industry. I don't. Sometimes we look at them and say, "Ah, look at him. He's got a yacht. He's got all these cars." But I don't think the happiness is right there. They may have gone through so many things before they got there, and the little that or what they have right now, it becomes a challenge. They have to protect it. They want to make sure that they don't lose it after all these. So how do you protect what you've done over the years? How do you protect it?
As I said again, you just have to do what you have to do when you have to do it.
I like that. I've been trying to break that, but then I've tried so many different ways. And I understand. Our friend Ron is asking, how is the lack of unity in Jamaica going to help you as a musician to move forward?
Could you rephrase a little bit?
He says, how is the lack of unity? Because you made mention of the lack of unity in Jamaica. How is the lack of unity going to help you as a musician to move forward?
Well, the lack of unity, it's make it a little more complicated for you as an artist. But however, remember, you have to make it right for you. And once there's a will, there is a way. So you have to find a way. And there's always be a way. So you have to find that way.
I like that. I really like that. Thank you, Ron. And can you also share any success stories from individuals you have mentored or helped? Because for the 30 years, you may have mentored somebody.
Yes. I help artists like Turbulence, Pantan Mojak, and even being among them because I work Caperton back in the days, yeah. I do a lot of work with them. That's how you used to have this kind of Kipridge, Alozid, a couple of them.
Awesome. And what is your approach to building that strong professional relationships? What is the approach?
Come again.
What is your approach to building strong professional relationships with those people that you've mentored?
Some of those people, like for instance, like Alazid still have a good link same way. A few of them, because sometimes when artists get out, they just have their own career to focus on. So sometimes they don't get around talk back to you more on that, Everybody focusing on themselves most of the time, So when people get out, people just do what them doing because that's just how it works,
Petra.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So I wanted to ask you, what would you like to see in reggae music for the future? Like, what do you want to see happening in the industry in the next 5 to 10 years from now?
The next 10 years from now, I would like to see the youths them getting together in unity, to strengthen the music, so the music business can get bigger. But it can help more people in the industry.
For sure. So what do you believe are the challenges right now within the industry?
As I said, the lack of unity. With unity, once everybody unite, then it will be much better. Because each one help on.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, that sounds good.
Petra, can I interject just a second?
Yeah, sure.
You've been talking about unity. Could you please explain that? Because I'm a little bit. I just want something that I can take with me. Is it lack of unity? Is it lack of unity in terms of what? I really want to
Lack of unity is, for instance, if an artist already out there, paved the way out there, and other artists need help, that you have connection to stage show, to producers, or to links that can help them. No, you have to share the link. Because that will help them. That will make their journey a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
Contact a radio station that you have where you can help them to source certain things. That will be great for them. Because they need that. If you have linked to PR people or stuff like that, they need the help, all the help they can get. Newspaper, TV station, radio station, you name it. They need it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what do you feel is the missing link? Like, why do you think it is the way it is? Because at one point, if you look at the history of reggae music, like in its inception, there was a lot of unity and community within the industry. And I guess moving forward over the years, there's some form of disconnect. So, what do you feel has led to the disunity within the reggae community?
As I would say, it's a difference is that the generation gap changes, and they my time they didn't take the time to study the music and look back and where it's coming from, so they'll learn to appreciate more of where it's going. You know, what I'm saying? They'll learn to appreciate it more. But I'm not knocking the artists them, the young artists them who's coming out though, because as I say, generation gap changes, and each time the generation gap changes, you have different artists come up with different experience. So they're thinking about their experience in their time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're gonna express.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, if I think what happened is that if we have more thing like artist development and stuff like that to help guide the artists and more, I think we'll get a better industry also.
For sure. Yeah. I totally agree. I think there needs to be a lot more mentorship from a lot of the older generation within the music,
Most
and
natural.
bestow that upon the younger generation, because that's the only way that they would know.
That's it. That's the way to go. Instead of we keep saying that people keep saying that they're not doing, they don't like the type of music that they're doing. You're gonna talk about their experience. No,
Exactly.
so if you don't have people to mentor them and show them that this is this is not right, you know, you can do it this way, you know. You don't have to say it. If even though you're saying this, you can say it in this way.
Exactly.
That's it come across much better. You don't have to come across so raw.
Mm-hmm.
You can say the same thing but say it in a different way. Right?
Exactly.
Most naturally.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you for sharing, TYB.
Yes, Don, I've learned a lot about you. I mean, you're a man of few words, but the gem is there. The gem is really, really, really there. And to cap it off, what are some of the projects that you are working on? And is there any tour planned?
I'm looking to go. I'm looking to go to England shortly. I'm looking to go to England and expect to come to Canada also.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Everything is at 100% yet for Canada, but I'm almost here for England now. I'm almost everything almost wrapped. Just a few more documents and I'm all right for England.
Well, you are saying it's not 100% to visit Canada, but we are holding you to that.
Mm-hmm.
If you come to Canada and then you don't come to see us,
No. I will definitely come to see you guys.
Make sure.
make sure.
I tell you, as I get off the flight,
Sure.
I'll
I
make sure
have my
all you
phone
guys
by my hand waiting.
That's right. Awesome. Well, the whole world is listening to you right now, so we have witnesses out there.
Mhm.
As somebody will say, I rest my case, Your Honor.
My dad down from Kings, so my old Kaya mattress in Jamaica here. Papa G.
Okay. So, Don, in closing, how would people, or how should people, and how do people get in touch? Booking agents, publicity, what have you? How do they get in touch with you?
They can link Dan Call on Facebook, Dan Maken on Instagram, and Dan Call on TikTok also. And the phone number is 448-9965 in terms of booking. Or Dan that, or in terms of my email address is dan.maken@gmail.com.
Don.Magnum.
Dan dot DON Dan dot Maken MCKEN @gmail.com.
Awesome. Awesome. You know what, Petra? If you have another comment or something, just take us home.
Yeah,
But
sure. I just want to say, Donna Carl, it was such a really amazing interview. My highlights was definitely when we get to sit up front. I'm sorry, up front, first row, live to your performance. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? The
thank
fact
you.
we got a chance to be at a Don Carl concert. So I just want to say thank you for sharing your amazing, powerful voice with us and all your experiences. And yeah, it was really an amazing interview. I'm really happy. It was well worth the wait.
Yeah,
That's right.
really
It's
appreciate that.
yes, yes, yes. And folks, you know what? Whatever goes up must always come down. And there's an expiry date for everything on the face of the earth. We would have loved to continue this conversation. To those of you listening to us on Loudway Afrobeat Music Talk Radio Online, we thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your space with us. And to those of you watching us on LinkedIn, Facebook, um, YouTube, and all other platforms, hey, subscribe to the channel, and then we hope to see you again in 7 days. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Blessings. And bye
Right,
bye.
right, good. So I close out by saying, I thought some time alone was what we really needed. She said this time will hurt more than it does, but I couldn't see that. I thought it was the end, then of a beautiful story. And so I left the one I love at home and to be alone, alone. Cause now I'm here, cause I found this one thing, it's you. That I'm nothing without you. And you be the now, and I had a change of heart. I'd rather have bad times with you than good times. It's sure.
Woo! Amazing.
Thank you, Ron. Don, you know what? Come back again. This is your radio
Thank
station.
God,
Come back again.
God,